What's going on?
Hello there.
Hello there. What is up? All right. I hope everyone is well. Hopefully my audio's good. What was the... That's the button to boost. So, today, we're hunting Pumpkaboo. Now, I'm missing technically 4, but 3 of the Pumpkaboo line. Because I have a large size in Go. But essentially I need 2 large size Pumpkaboos and 2 small size Pumpkaboos, and I'm currently breeding the small size. Because the large one, there's a chance I'll actually get that and go. Like, the Halloween event starts next week. So these should all be tiny. If they're not, I'm gonna be pissed. Because that's 300 eggs I've made. We'll find out, because if once I've hatched these 5, if they're all the same size, small, then I did it right. So, currently, my Shiny Master Dex is at 1326. Actually, I wonder if I could bring that up on here. I've only got it on my other... I've got it on one of my other scenes. But the layout is like way different. Things will get crazy for a second if I do that. But it's aight. Almost didn't stream tonight. I had to... My afternoon was spent walking up and down the side of quite a big hill. It's not a mountain, but it's a hill. All over it, and it was... oh... I'm not the fittest of gents. Well, not anymore. And I am tired. But I was also like, well, if I don't do this tonight... I've got Fortune Fridays tomorrow. I've got the Timed Research Day on Saturday. I was like, when am I going to get to do this? Plus Mellowetta. I'm so gutted I am lazy. So, the Shiny Mellowetta dropped at like 11 PM or like midnight for me last night. I think it was like 11 PM for me. And it was all exciting, and I thought, oh, you know, I've been procrastinating the DLC. Someone could probably trade me a Gouging Fire and Raging Bolt. Turns out, even though I can complete a Pokédex for Scarlet and Violet, I actually need to have the entire Scarlet Violet, Kitakami, and Blueberry Academy Pokédexes natively caught in Scarlet and Violet. And I'm like, oh no. Because half my Pokedex is just Pokemon from old gens, transfer it in, and then I complete it and get the Shiny Charm, and I'm like, yo, I'm done. I need like 300 Pokemon. So that will motivate me to do that. To do the DLC. In all honesty, I was probably going to play the DLC in November. This month's obviously Halloween themed stuff, so. But yeah, next month is November. Like, it's not like December's like Christmas month, January's New Year's. Whereas, other than Pokemon Go, like my Spotlight Hour, the weekend events, and my Fortune Fridays that I do, I don't really have much else planned for November. So, I'll probably spend a bit of that time grinding for the Meloetta, and I'll do that DLC. Get it done, get it out of the way, and then... Oh. These will be done then. Yeah, get it done, get it out of the way, and then... Whenever Legends ZA comes out, I'll be ready. What am I doing? I just now know for future... for future games... Yeah, it's fine to complete the Pokedex as, you know, to get the Shiny Charm ASAP when Home comes out, but complete it natively. Because, yeah, well, I don't know if we'll get it for past games. I did have the theory because we got Meloetta for Scarlet and Violet, and normally, why Meloetta? Well, Meloetta is the special spawn that you can get at the end of the game. It's shiny locked, obviously, of course, but it's for completing the Pokedexes. And now you can get it in Home for the same thing, except they have to be natively caught. Well, in the Crown Tundra, for these games, Sword and Shield, you can get Keldeo. What are you doing, dickhead? My cat is like... Nope. Nope. He's being a weirdo. Come here. Come down here. Come over here. Come on. God, you're a big boy. Yeah. Hop up on my beanbag. Oh. He's happy now. He got a little bit of attention and left. Like, we could get Keldeo for these games. In fact, we could get Shiny Enamorus for, like, Legends ZA. Not Legends Arceus, I mean. Like, yeah, there's so much they could do. They could give us... Hell, we could actually get a Shiny Manaphy event, complete the full Pokedex in BDSP. I will dead-ass play that game just to get that Shiny Manaphy. Like, give it to me. I just really hope that they don't get us to complete every single Pokedex from the Switch. Well, in Pokemon Home, complete all the Pokedexes in Pokemon Home for Shiny Victini, because, you know, the victory Pokemon makes some sense. Because that would include the Pokemon Go Dex. And Pokemon Go is very restrictive with what you can send. Or, not what you can send, like the frequency at which you can send Pokemon. Like, it's like a maximum of 5 shinies a week. Regular Pokemon you can send a heap, but like legendaries take up a heap. A shiny legendary, you can only transfer 1 a week. Like, it's, yeah. But I think it's a good idea. We did get the Pokeball Magena, which is awesome. I think going forward, it gives you something to do that's on brand for Pokemon, aka completing the Pokedex natively. And it is a challenge. There's like, what, 800 Pokemon or something in the complete Scarlet Violet? Like, that's a lot. And, like, it's not going to be quick and simple for me. So I feel like, yes, it's an event. Yes, they could have had the one in Scarlet and Violet able to be shiny hunted and then just given this one as well. Because that would have been cool. For those of us that would hunt it. But at least we're doing something. We've got to actually do something and reach a goal to get the shiny. And I'm like, well, it's better than me driving down to my local EB Games and picking up a serial code. I am interested to see what we get for the Unova Tour and Pokemon Go early next year. I feel like it's going to have to be a shiny mythical. If it's Meloetta, I'll be pissed off. Like, Meloetta's actually my favourite mythical. I love Meloetta to bits. I think it's so cool. And we've never been able to get it shiny, and now we can. But, like, we just got this event. And like, even if they announce it, I'm still going to work to get both. But, like, what about Keldeo? Like, Keldeo has 2 forms. And because Keldeo's never been able to be shiny, that's literally 2 Master Dex entries for me that I can't complete because they shiny lock things. I do think Victini would be a good Pokemon for the Unova Tour, but it is one of those things we just have to wait and see. It will be interesting though. I know that Shiny Victini isn't what you'd traditionally call a good shiny, but it's I don't even remember when Black and White came out. It was 2011? 2010? That's literally... Oh my god, it's like 15 years. Nearly, obviously. But that's over a decade that Pokemon's been available. And never once has it been able to be shiny. It's exactly the same with Meloetta, but with Victini, you could actually catch a Victini before you could receive a Meloetta, because if you got the Liberty Pass when the games came out, which I didn't, you could go to Liberty Island and you'd get a Victini. Slightly locked, but you get a Victini. So I think at this point, Victini is now the oldest Pokemon that's never been had its shiny available. I have to clear some things out of this scene. I've got my Darkrai stuff still there. Heaps of wee things. Kind of funny. I actually found a shiny Pumpkaboo today in Pokemon Go. It was average size, so the base normal one. But yeah, I got it, and I was like, I wonder if this is tiny. It didn't do the animation to be tiny, but I was like, maybe they're just extra small size and not like double XS. No, it was just average. I was like, well, can't complain. If it was large, then I would have evolved it, sent both over, both large Pumpkaboo and Gorgeist, and that would have been 2 Master Dex entries done, and I'd only need the 2 tiny ones, the super small size, or small size, whatever it's called. So I'll see how I go. I've got a full batch of 300 eggs. That's 10 boxes. I may do them all. I'll see how I feel at 150 and how long that's taken me. But yeah, I want to like Darkrai. I want to do this hunt on stream. So if I can smash out a batch, well, I'm not gonna have time to stream hatching these eggs again for a few days. So that should be good, because I'd be able to make another whole batch. Probably won't go live on Sunday. But depending how next week looks, I might be able to, like I did last week, do Wednesday and Thursday for the Spooky Month hunt. I'd like all 3 at least, or 4 that I need, but if I can just complete the small size this month, like that's perfect. Because yeah, as I say, we've got the Halloween Part 1 event starting next week. I don't know if Pumpkaboo's included in that, but if it's not, it'll definitely be included in Part 2. And Pumpkaboo's practically everywhere anyways. So I feel like, probably likely to get a few through that. And I am not adverse to getting shinies in Pokemon Go. Because I grind for them as much as I grind for any other shiny. Right, one box done. We're just over half an hour into the stream. So it's probably taken about 20 minutes. Yeah, so to do all, it'll take 3 hours. So we'll see how we'll go. Because it'll be just after 10 PM. But I am feeling a little bit, I don't know, a bit more boosted. Not in a gaming sense, like I'm falling off, I'm failing, I'm skill issue. But like, I don't know, my energy levels have pumped up a little bit since going live, so maybe I'll be able to push through. I wish you could see shinies on the overworld in this, eh? Yeah. Just reading some news stuff that's getting posted on Twitter. Some of it's a bit interesting. Hey, thank you for the raid. Awesome, Jess. Appreciate it. How are you going? How was your stream? Jess and Pizza Raid. Oh, Grandma Pizza. Thank you for the raid as well. What were you guys streaming? I don't normally get raids, so I've never updated my alerts for raiding. I never thought about it, and then I just see the zombie man walking up, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should change that. Oh, whoops. My shiny hunting's going well. I'm only into my second box of 300 eggs, but yeah, so this is my second Spooky Month hunt. Before I was doing Darkrai, but I actually got that in 128 resets. And I need 4 more of the Pumpkaboo line to complete the Shiny Master Dex entries for them. To have like all the forms shiny in my living decks. So yeah, I'm just chilling, doing some small size ones at the moment. You got Shiny Pumpkaboo, 304 eggs. Nice. I'd be happy with that. Nice under odds hatch. You decided to raid someone new? Yeah, I appreciate that. Especially because when I stream at times like this, my usual audience is normally asleep. I just like the chill vibes. Chilling in the evening. Chatting to whoever comes by and says hi. Oh yeah, that's fair, Grandma Pizza. I used to do full odds, but now I just... Okay, other than the Mellowetta that dropped at 11 PM last night my time, I have a complete shiny living dex. So like, I've already hunted and found every shiny. So now I just hunt whatever I want, essentially. Whatever tickles my fancy. I actually thought my shiny hunting would slow down once I completed it, but no. I just, yep, shiny hunt all the time. Latest is Dalmise. Oh, yo. Are you doing fishing encounters, or are you breeding it, or... How are you hunting the spooky anchor? You did the Ace Attorney trilogy. Oh, yo. Oh, all shiny hunt on sword is eggs and charm? Fair. Oh. Whereabouts are you guys from? In Canada. Wow. Definitely the opposite side of the world. It must be the middle of the night for you. Oh, 11. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's practically 20 to 8 at night here. But tomorrow for you. Almost a literal whole day difference. Yeah, most of my regulars are American, and they're always there when I do like afternoon streams because it's like early evening for them. But when I stream it like this time, Especially on a weekday. Everyone's got work or classes in the morning and they're like, oh, I'm kind of sleepy. Which is fair. Oops, that's not where I'm supposed to go. In a perfect world, I would get both the small Pumpkaboos I need out of just this batch. And then I'd only have to spend the rest of the month getting the large sized one I need. Which would be amazing. Even if that hunt goes over odds. Getting this one super quick would be just chef's kiss. But yeah, I've been hunting shinies long enough to know that's the minority of cases. When you get them like super under odds. I recently was grinding for Shiny Zamazenta in Pokemon Go. I do already have it in the main games, but you know, I got the Zacian, so I was like, well, let's get Zamazenta as well. 63 raids, and I did not get a shiny. $63 raids for Zamazenta. I got the Hundo on raid 30, but I'm literally over 3 times odds. And people try to tell me that Pokemon Go shinies are easier to get. But I got a full odds Darkrai last week in Brilliant Diamond at 128 encounters. Like, that's how probability works. You do Pokemon Go as well? Zamazenta was 2, Zacian was 4? Bruh. So what Niantic lost money-wise from you, they made up for me. Yeah, Zacian took me 16. And I just didn't get the Zamazenta. 63 raids. Actually, it'd be interesting to see what sparkles I end up with as well when I hatch these. I think for eggs, the square sparkles are the glistening sparkles are the rare one. The shining sparkles are the common one, I think. The stars. It's been a while since I've done breeding in this game. And I know different methods swap which the star or the square shinies are rare. Because random encounters, I'm pretty sure the square shiny's the common one. And the star shiny, the shining one, is the rare. Just to confuse everyone. Oh. That's what I get at looking at updates on my Twitter. I cycle into the rock. do you stream Pokemon Go as well as playing it, or is that more of an off-stream thing for you? I normally stream Spotlight Hour and weekend events. So Saturday, I'll be streaming the limited research day for Yamask. Oh, you're Mystic, level 46. Nice. I'm Valor. You're my mortal enemy. Ooh. Yawnies. Oh yeah, and I'm level 50 as well. But I feel that's less of an achievement and more of a indication of my lack of life. Hey, we nearly done box 2. Yeah, these are taking 20 minutes a box. It's good to know. I had to double check those Farfetch'd, and then I remembered you can't tell if they're shiny without encountering them, so I was like, oh, never mind. I think my cat wants out. Alright, I'll set these eggs to hatch, and then I'll get up and let them out. Whee! I want a bike that does that. Right, I'm gonna let him out. You tell me if it's shiny. I'm still here though. I was gonna say I didn't hear the shiny sparkles. Ugh. Ugh. I'm pretty pumped for my stream tomorrow for Fortune Fridays because the new Outbreak event starts in Scarlet and Violet, so that'll be fun. And hopefully I can get some shinies of things that I haven't caught in Scarlet and Violet so that they can add to my home decks. Because yikes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm sitting at about 300 short for that Meloetta. It killed my soul this morning. When I woke up, I was like, right, how do we get this? And then I saw what I needed. I was like, oh no. Oh no. This is not a we're getting it this week thing. Alright. 60 eggs in, no shiny. Do you guys have any predictions for what the main featured Pokemon will be for the Unova Tour next year? I'll be very mad if it's Genesect. Like shiny Genesect out of the research. I have hopes that we'll get shiny Victini. But we may also just get Keldeo. If it's Meloetta, I'll be equally annoyed. Oh, it was a brilliant Slurpuff. Because yeah, I was talking about that earlier, before you guys raided. Because you have to complete the native Dex to get Meloetta. They could do the same thing for Sword and Shield with the DLC and give us shiny Keldeo. Because Meloetta is the the Pokemon you get post game for completing the Dex, and Keldeo is sort of the same for Sword and Shield. Whereas I think Victini would fit the Unova Tour because where does Victini fit? The only other Pokemon I can see us getting, maybe, if they didn't want to give us a shiny for the Unova Tour, would be the Resolute form of Keldeo. I do think that will piss people off, though. I think arguably the tour events are slightly falling off. Like, I still play them. I still love them. They're a great weekend. But what we got for the Kanto one and what we got for the Sinnoh one, like, there's no comparison. I would say the Johto one was probably the worst. So it has sort of self-improved a little bit, but that was because we got Apex Lugia and Apex Ho-Oh, and everyone's like, I know we already have Shiny Celebi, but I want another one. I just hope that they give us whatever the Pokemon is, that the Masterwork research is good. Like, I loved the Mew one, how you had to catch 30 Pokemon of every type and walk 150 kilometers or 151 or whatever it was. Like, do lots and lots and lots of stuff. Because it felt like a grind. Like, you're a real Pokemon trainer going out doing all this stuff to get the shiny mythical like that. That felt worth my money and time. Whereas now everything's time gated. Which time gates are fine, but when every page is a time gate, it's like, oh, please. Because like the Shiny Shaman one, I think page 3 and 4 for it, with the exact, or no, 2 and 3, with the exact same tasks essentially, except one had catch however many grass types, and the other one was catch however many flying types. But the other two tasks were the same, and they all those tasks just gave Burmy. I did see a lot of people complain. They're like, oh, it's the same tasks. And a time gate. Like, but yeah, less time gates and more to do, I think, is a, hopefully a way that they're going to go back to, like, going forward. I'll have the biggest laugh at myself. These are definitely tiny ones. But I'll have the biggest laugh at myself if I accidentally bred like the average size one. I do not need any more of that. Like, at all. I've got so many. It's the same with supersize. I've got quite a few of those as well. But yeah, large and small I've been lacking, so we need to get these. I always play this lo-fi and it's never not a banger. It's just a mood. Egg time. Egg time, egg time, egg time. Oh, I can't wait to see those sparkles. Getting one tonight would be amazing. It would mean I've technically found 2 shiny Pumpkaboos today, but this is a Master Dex one. Bum, 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 ba-da, 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 bum. Right, I predict it now. Oh, it wasn't shiny. Damn. You can't give yourself shiny luck. Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum ba-dum. Bum bum ba-dum ba-dum. Oh, you were probably listening to that. I was being nosy and just went and had a peep at your Twitch channel, Jess. And I'm also about to be nosy and look at Pizza's one. I'll wait till I turn around up here. So I don't crash into rocks again. Wow, you're famous. Nearly 2,000 followers. That's nuts. Shout out to you. Right, where is... There's Grandma Pizza. Is that Fall Guys? I love me a good jam of Fall Guys. It's so hilarious. But yeah, dropped you both a follow, so hopefully I'll be able to catch you guys sometime when you're live. Check out your stuff. Where's my shiny pumpkin? Whoa, it's dark. I swear it wasn't this dark in the overworld like 2 seconds ago. That sun was just like, nope. You sort of get used to because I don't do breeding very often. I used to breed competitive Pokemon back in like X and Y Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire days, Gen 6. And that's also when I started like really shiny hunting. So I'd breed competitive shinies. But after doing that for years and then doing heaps of breeding in Sun and Moon, yeah, I sort of, by the time Sword and Shield came out, I think I was burnt out from hatching eggs. So I don't do a lot of Masuda method hunts anymore, and I think Scarlet and Violet and Legends Arceus have spoiled shiny hunters. Oh, it's Shadow. I was like, why have I got a stripe on my nose? Yeah, I think we've been overspoiled with how accessible shinies are. Yeah, so it makes the hunts like this just... You don't get that instant dopamine hit. I do love it though. Like it's chill, it's mindless, it's very passive. It's good. I don't actually have to pay attention. But I do have to say, I miss hatching eggs in X and Y. Because you could go to Lumiose, and you go up near Prism Tower, and it's that big round road that goes around it. You just hold down either left or right on the D-pad, and do literally anything else. Pay no attention to it. There's a part on that road that you can go continuously around and around and around forever, and NPCs won't get in your way. It was broken for hatching eggs. But that was back in the days where I I used to shiny hunt on 2 DSs at once while watching subtitled anime. Yeah. I was the exception to the men can't multitask rule. Wait. There we go. Yeah, I figured that was all of the eggs. I figured. Ooh, we nearly done box 3. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. I keep pushing in the joystick buttons, thinking that that's the boost button. It is not. We're not playing Scarlet or Violet. Oh, sorry, I smacked my mic. Sorry. Oh. Right. Wonder if we'll get the shiny in this slot. Funnily enough, I've actually had plenty of like times where I've bred a whole batch of eggs, and then I get the shiny on the first egg, which actually is not as hype as you'd think it would be. Because now I've got a giant batch of eggs that I've just got to hatch, and most of the times there's no other shinies in that batch, so I'm just hatching all these eggs to hatch all the eggs. It's like, ugh. Whereas right now I'm not really stressed about that happening, because even if I get, the shiny in this slot of 5 eggs, I need 2 of these. So it is not a stress. The yawning needs to stop though. We've done 90 eggs. I think that was this egg. Right. Back on the grind. Does make me wonder why can't I just zoom? Just this keeps going. My dude's got them quads. Like he can pump the pedals. Right, they'll be about to hatch. Imagine if hatching power was in this game. Man, we would be like flying through these eggs. For real though, if we had hatching power, man, breeding would be broken. It's probably why they got rid of it, to be honest. Yeah, Gen 6 and 7 were just... I don't know. I don't want to say peak, but... Because Gen 5's the GOAT, but, you know, it's up there. I actually, funnily enough, think that the worst game to breed in is Scarlet and Violet. I don't know. It feels more of a pain to just, because I'd like to batch breed. I don't like getting it's easier to count how many eggs it took if I batch breed. But when I'm sitting there waiting for my Pokemon to do their thing, and the egg basket just keeps not having eggs, it's like, oh. Whereas I have a visual cue from, like, this woman over here. Oh, you can't see her. I'm in the way. The lady at the daycare. Like, she folds her arms, that means she's got an egg, so I go there and get it. Whereas in Scarlet Violet, eggs will stack up, and you can get multiple eggs at once. Cool. But if you forget and it goes too long, you've just wasted time, and you're just not going to get more eggs because your basket's full. Whoops, for some reason I left one in there. One positive I will say though, because I only had to breed the starters and Scarlet and Violet, I bred all three at once. So when I hatched an egg, I didn't know what it was going to be. Was it going to be a Quaxley, Sprigatito, Fuecoco? Like, who knows? Which did make it cool. It just really sucked when I got 3 of Quaxley, 3 Sprigatito, and I'd still only hatched 1 Fuecoco. And I was like, oh. So I just had to breed Fuecoco. And that took a long time. I don't remember exactly. I'd have to go back through my Twitter, but I feel like we were in the like over 1,000 eggs mark. Like by the time I got all the starters. Which for someone who sort of is a bit neither here nor there when it comes to breeding, that's a long time. Why are you not shiny? I sort of wish this Pokemon was in Scarlet and Violet. It would have been really cool to have the overworld hatch animation. But if it was nighttime, maybe the little lights on its pumpkin belly would light up. Because that's what they're meant to do. They're meant to like shine lights, like spotlights. Like that would be a really cool touch. But then again, we are going to... If they're going to do it, we're going to see it pretty soon with Legend ZA. As long as they give me AZ's Floette. I want my eternal flower. Bum ba bum ba 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 bum. Yeah, I figured it would probably be pushing to 20 minutes per box of eggs, but I don't know, it just feels like I'm just burning through them so quick, which is awesome. That is not a complaint. That is genuinely good. Oh. Whee. In the past, when I've done like breeding Pokemon on stream, I would check the brilliant Pokemon, the ones that have the golden aura around them, because they get extra rolls to be shiny. So if you got the shiny charm, you get 3 rolls at it being shiny. See, like that sparkly one in the background, the one with the aura. Is that a Drifloon? It's either a Drifloon or a Minccino. I think it's the latter. Yeah, so shiny charm you get 3. I think you either get 5 or 6 re-rolls with a brilliant Pokemon with the charm. Oh, it's a Minccino. So you're more likely to get a shiny, is it? I mean, it is probability, of course. Like, I could run into one that isn't brilliant and get a shiny just as quick. But I was doing that, but I did find that oh, excuse me. It was making the hatching take a lot longer. Because it's what? 10 seconds to do an encounter, but if I'm doing, 10, 20, 30, like all of a sudden we start getting minutes. And at 8:15 at night, I'm like, maybe I will not do that tonight. Also, bear in mind, every time I've done that in the past, I've actually never encountered a shiny doing that, like that. I do miss shiny hunting in this game. It's just sometimes it was a mission. Over 3,000 encounters for Squovit, and then I had to hunt a second Squovit so I could evolve it. Over 3,000 again. Collectively, it was pushing very close to 7,000 encounters. Like, that's... You might as well just chuck me back to Black and White or something, or Platinum, or to shiny hunt there, because it's about how long those hunts take. In fact, my unknown hunt in Crystal was quicker than those. Either of those individual hunts. Which is crazy to think about. My Celebi wasn't. My Pokemon Crystal Shiny Celebi was like 16,000 resets. And then when I got it, it was like late as at night. I was about to go to bed and I was like, oh, like I'm happy, but oh, now I've got to like catch this thing before I go to bed. Oh, ooh, that feels better. Ooh, I don't know what I did. I popped something in my back and now I'm feeling nice. Old age. Just falling to bits. And also, if I am super lucky and I get... Well, I have a large one in Pokemon Go that I can transfer over if I don't hatch one while I do these. But if I don't get the 3 or 4 Pumpkaboo that I'm missing for my Master Dex, or no, sorry, if I do get them, like this month, that'll mean realistically I might be forgetting something. But out of obtainable shinies, I think I might only be missing the family of 3 Mousehold and the 3 segment Dunsparce. Now I'm already way over odds for the Dunsparce. In fact, I'm 143 phases into that. That's how many Dunsparces in Violet that I've either evolved and were 2 segment, or while hunting, I just found random shiny 2 segments. And there's not actually that many of those. I'd be surprised if there was even 10 out of that 143. So almost 1.5 odds. If I get it before 200, I'll be happy. Once I hit 200, I'll be like, oh. Because Dunsparce, or the 3 segment to Dunsparce, is arguably the easiest of the 2. Because Area 0 with the normal sandwich, it's just Dunsparce and a few 2 segment to Dunsparce around. Whereas when you hunt Tandemaus, there's not many places, if any, that you can hunt it where there's no other normal types. Not to mention, other than that one place, that big dirt place in the top of Kitakami, where it does spawn, other than that, every other place is in grass that's taller than the mouse. So all the Tandemaus you look at, you've actually got to like look at them. So it takes a bit longer, which means you get less spawns in through your half-hour sandwich, and then over time it adds time. So if I go over 200 for the Dunsparce, I'm going to be like, oh, because Tandemaus is going to suck. But yeah, I do. Off the top of my head, I think after these Pumpkaboos that I need, I do have what I need for my living dex somewhere. I just put it down somewhere. I think it's just those 2. Like, obviously there are, well, them and Malawitta, obviously. Because everything else is shiny locked. Or I have it. I've got every gender different Pokemon. as a shiny. So it's like... And then watch, Legend ZA will come out, and for no reason, they'll give us a regional form of something, and it'll have like 8 different forms. Like Minior. And then I'll be sitting there like, oh. Like, it's fine, I'll hunt them. And I'll... Why did I go out of there? And I'll be genuinely happy to do so. But I will complain the whole time. I'll be like, why? Why do you hate me? As long as they're not 1 in 100 evolutions, like the Mousehold and the Dunsparce are, what am I doing? Then I'll be happy. Because I got both my fake and real Sidesty line and Poltergeist lines shiny. And those are 1 in 100. But at least I know when I encounter it, I've got it. Whereas Dunsparce, I'm just like, hey, another Dunsparce. Evolve it. Ah, yes. 2 segment. Woohoo! I just need one. One that evolves into 3 segment, and I'll be so excited. And then we'll jump straight back into it by doing Tandem Mouse. I guess because Tandem Mouse spawns in so many places, it also means I'm probably more likely to get an outbreak for it. Which is good. Because it's better odds than a sandwich. Sandwich with an outbreak. And if I can identify it in the morning, then even if I do it in my own time, well, I could potentially have the whole day to just grind out shinies. Because I've certainly done some of those Dunsparce phases off stream. Diddle-dee. Bum 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 ba da ba da ba da bum. Right, shiny now. Oh. The Gen 2 shiny sparkles weren't going to give me the luck. The Sword and Shield ones didn't. Maybe we could try the X and Y ones. No. You are from Kalos! You must sparkle! I wonder if Kalos will have a different name. Like, in Legend ZA, like, Hisui is the original name for Sinnoh. Like, I know it's in Lumiose, but I'm also like, how big is Lumiose actually? There's probably a lot of the outskirts of the game is probably different areas of biomes. Yes, we are 120 eggs in now. $120. Oh, thank you for the follow, Jess. I appreciate it. You're off to bed. Ah, nah, all good. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you've had a good night, and hopefully I'll get to see you on one of my streams again. Ooh. Hey, what's up, Witchcasting? How are you doing? I did change my ego over, right? Yes, I did. I got distracted. Are you excited for the limited research day on Saturday for your mask? I was about to say we should be due to hatch some of these eggs. I'm doing pretty good. Had a super full-on day at work, like real full-on. But I'm feeling good, and it's chill. You are excited? Yeah, I can't wait. I don't know, there's just something cool about both your masks. And while research days can sometimes be kind of a pain, I'm like, yo. I just hope whatever the ghost spawns are, like the overworld spawns for the event, I hope that they're more, what's the word? I hope we get more spawns, because the last limited research day, I think, was Oranguru and Persimmon. There weren't that many monkeys on the overworld. Like, there were mankeys, but we had mankeys anyways. It was like, I think they were a rarity. So hopefully whatever ghost types we get, there's a lot more spawns. Oh, what am I doing? Alright, we got it. We got it. Hey, Distorted Craft, what's going on? I am currently breeding the small size Pumpkaboo, because I need a small size Pumpkaboo and small size Gorgeist for my Master Dex. And because I got the Shiny Darkrai so quick, I decided to make that my my hunt for the rest of Spooky Month. Fits the theme. Nothing much, just chilling. Nice. I'm just not super optimistic that I really want one, but I'm not optimistic I'll get a shiny in this batch, just purely because I actually found it was average size, but I found a shiny Pumpkaboo today and go. I was like, oh, I was gonna stream hunting these tonight, but sure. You found a shiny Pumpkaboo like 3 weeks ago? Nice. I remember I found one on a Sunday and one on a Monday. Some point in September when the season changed over to the current season and Pumpkaboo just started spawning. Actually, now that you mention it, the three Pumpkaboo, the three shiny Pumpkaboos I've found in the last 2 months, since the start of September till now, I found a huge one, an average one, and a large one. But the small ones don't spawn and go at the moment for some unbeknownst reason to me. Hey, what's up, Profi? How are you? Oh wait, I just hatched eggs. Right, now it'll be easier. Alright, I'll go like that. Sleepy just woke up. Oh. Get Profi 300 cc's of caffeine stat. I'll answer Profi's question first. I'm good. I've had a super full-on day at work, but I'm enjoying just chilling, hatching some eggs. I'm upset that I'm lazy and just transferred old Pokemon to Scarlet and Violet to complete the Dex, because now I need like 300 Pokemon to get that Meloetta. But yeah, other than that, I'm good. Hey, what's up, Ken? Thank you for the resub. Distorted Craft, how do I feel about Gigantamax needing 10 to 40 people? I like touched on this a little bit, but on my Spotlight Hour stream. But here's what I think. They think that we need 10 to 20 people to do regular 5-star raids. No, we don't. That's the recommended number, but in fact, some of them you can solo. So, but more commonly, you can either have a duo or a trio to take down. I think for Gigantamax, because they're 6-star, they're a tier 6 raid, or power max battle, whatever you call it. You'll need probably at least 4 people that are really competent. So you probably need more for people who don't have the powered up Pokemon, good counters, you know, all of that stuff. But I reckon 4 at a minimum, you'd be able to do it. But also remember, you can leave your Pokemon to help at a power spot, and I think that boosts the power of your attacks for people that are actually raiding in it. So all you need is a couple of them to have been beaten. Everyone sticks some Pokemon in there, and then all of a sudden it becomes way more accessible for, I guess, lower level players that will, you know, might struggle a little bit more. I genuinely don't think we need the 39 people that they said we needed. If we do, that is insane. And I think that they will take a step back on that decision going forward. You have 0 people to play with. No! You need to get that local community together. You need to go door knocking. You need to go up to their door with your phone in your hand and be like, do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Saviour, Shiny Arceus? And either they're already into Pokemon and they'll humour you, or They'll have no idea what you're talking about, probably assume you're Jehovah's Witness, and just be like, no, sorry. So, I mean, you've got nothing to lose by doing that, other than it would probably feel cringe to do. Yeah, I did mention the Shiny Melowidikin. I mentioned how I needed like 300 more Pokemon because I'm lazy and I send everything from previous games into new games. Well, initially I was sort of upset. I was like, oh. But then again, I'm like, well, actually, now I'm having to do something. If I can't hunt the mythical, I'm actually having to do something that is actually kind of a grind. To get this shiny. So instead of, me driving to EB Games to grab a code off you, I'm actually having to put in effort and time and work in every game I get going forward so that I can get these special mythical Pokemon. So I'm like, well, I was like, all I could see is all this Fleece King chat, and I'm like, where did this start? What have I missed? And then I just realised you're like, even Fleece King says it encourages people to cheat. Yeah, no, it 100% does. Which is, I'll be devil's advocate here. I think it's very hard for Niantic to test and try out different and unique features that are local only that aren't going to encourage spoofing. Because I think COVID just made people lazy. Fleece is saltier than a Neckley. He's a knackle stack. I find no fun catching Pokemon. Yeah. But all of these Pokemon I'm going to catch in Scarlet and Violet, I'm like, they're going to get caught. They're going to get put into home. Then I'll probably put them back in the game, evolve them, so I don't have to just have a complete living Dex. They'll end up getting transferred. Like, I'm not keeping them. My Pokemon home is scarily or too close to full for me to be comfortable doing that and keeping them. But also, on the other hand, you're probably going to find shinies while you do that grind. So you get rewarded with the occasional shiny, and the ultimate goal is Meloetta. But I 100% feel your pain. Because, ugh. Like, But a part of me does think that I know, like, they probably won't do past games, but they could do it for past Switch games. Like, they could do it for Sword and Shield, give us Keldeo. They could do it for Legends Arceus. They could give us a shiny Enamorus. Like, and then going forward, I feel like just breeding them instead. Oh yeah, breed Charizard, get a Charmander. I think they have to be put into home. So I think they have to have. You have to have had that Pokemon physically in home that is native to Scarlet Violet. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's right. Um, so I just so this morning when I checked what I needed, because I thought I just needed Gouging Fire and Raging Bolt, because I haven't done the DLC yet. No, but now I've got actual motivation. I need to do that DLC, and that's probably what I'm going to do in November. Um, as well as try get this stupid Dunsparce I've been hunting. But yeah, it's one of those things where now I'm going to be like, wow, do I need the shiny charms like quick as? Shouldn't I just catch every Pokemon? You know, because inevitably they're gonna I'm gonna need them for some obscure event. But so when I checked my home Pokedexes, found I haven't completed that many dexes from a native standpoint. Because I've played Pokemon for so long, I've just got old Pokemon from God knows what game. Like my Let's Go Pokedex is in like, I think it's in the teens. Like less than 20. Like, I'm like, oh. But it's because, yes, I did do them, but I haven't put them into home. And I'm like, oh. But if I complete all those, then I'm going to want to complete the Go Dex. And I'm like, Go Dex is almost impossible with the restrictions on putting Pokemon into home. Would be a good way to save on space, though, and storage and Go. Just send it all to home and then transfer it. Get ground into candies. Yes, grr. Dun sparse. Oh. Have you been subbed for 10 months in a row, Ken? My God. I appreciate it, but it feels insane to me. Right, 5 more eggs, and we are halfway through the batch. Aw. I appreciate you, Ken. Also, totally not stream related. And also, got nothing to do with trying to butter you up to get people jobs either. Not that last time was either. At some point next week, I'll stop by EB Games like for lunch break or something, and I'll bring you all coffees or something, like I did a month ago. Oh, the B buttons also boost. Oh, I've been pushing L and R. Hey, look at me go. Whoa. I want them to release a Gigantamax Pokemon in Go that doesn't have a Mega. Because I want it to be something that can't already be obtained shiny just as itself. It needs to be evolved. Like Machamp would be a good one. Sadly, I think we're getting Gengar this month, which is cool, but it can already be shiny. It's got a mega. But yeah, because I want to see if one, they can be shiny. Yeah, it looks like it will be Toxtricity, but I also wonder how we're going to even encounter Toxtricity, because Toxels and eggs. I feel like Toxtricity won't be a spawn. But yeah, if they can be shiny, then do they remain shiny outside of the event? So if there was a random Toxtricity spawn, I don't know, somewhere, would that spawn have the chance to be shiny, kind of like Gengar or Venusaur, Charizard? Because that's what I want to know. It's the same with those mighty Pokemon that we're going to get for the Wild Area event. Because mighty Pokemon will probably be exclusive to Wild Area. But those mighty Pokemon can be shiny. Does that mean that regular Luxray, Scolipede, etc. can be shiny in the wild after the event? Or is that an event-only shiny release? Kind of like how, for like one whole season, you could get shiny Arcanine in the wild, and then they just shiny locked it again. And they did the same with Espeon and Umbreon. There were events, or seasons or events, where they could be shiny in the wild, just as themselves, not costumed. And then just turn it off and don't tell anyone. Like, I want to, yeah. I'm curious how that all will work. Because, I don't know, there's something cool about encountering fully evolved shinies and go. It feels, like, exciting. But who knows? As long as the event starts and it goes well enough without game-breaking bugs, I'm just going to have a great time. It's going to be a great weekend. Sadly, I think I gave away my second ticket today. One of my giveaway winners I was already friends with in Go. So they got it instantly. The other one hit Great Friends today. So they should get the timed research and be able to finish it. Hopefully. But yeah. My guess is they will be shiny locked after, because we had... Yeah, true. Actually, I forgot about that. Didn't we have some... I don't remember what the event was for. Was it like International Women's Day or something? Something along those lines. And that evening, or whatever it was, Nidorina, or Nidoran Female, Nidorina, and Nidoqueen were all spawning in the wild, all able to be encountered shiny. That was like years ago, but I feel like that was definitely a thing that happened, and then, yeah, after that they shiny locked them again. Which was so sad. Because I don't think I encountered one shiny during that. I did it, but I don't think I got a shiny. Oh, cool. So I am remembering correctly. Whew. Yes, I'm not that old then. in DD. It's kind of weird that those Pokemon, both in DD and I don't know, sound like I don't know and Indeed. Just except Indeedee's like Indeed with a stutter. Old enough to remember something that happened years ago. Well, no, I just meant I'm young enough that I'm not forgetting. I mean, I can't remember what I did this morning, but that's probably old age, but my long-term memory's still good. They're only allowed to do that if it looks like Ned Flanders off The Simpsons. I feel it. Yeah, feel like that. Yeah, I think it is intentional too. Oh, I really want us to get a regional variant of Yungoos that evolves into a Pokemon that looks like someone else. So not Trump, but like someone else, just for the memes. Like they know, they didn't realize when they made it that it looked like him, but when the internet said it did, they're like, oh yeah, I can sort of see the resemblance. I hope that they do. Yeah, I hope they do something like that for like the same Pokemon, but like a regional variant. I forgot there was a new ingredient. Oh my god. Oh. Male version looks like Ned. Female looks like Maud. Yo. Honestly, that would be awesome. What if you made the female one, the one that looks like Maud? What if you made it a ghost type, part ghost? The male one's just fairy, and the female one's fairy ghost. Just want to check something on my... Oh, it was just that screen. In my stream manager, the stream keeps, like, everything says it's working fine and it's smooth or whatever, but it's like freezing and then catching up every so often, and I couldn't work out why. And now I just went to watch to see my stream on my actual channel. It's playing fine. Yeah, streaming things. I actually don't think I've caught many grub in sleep. That old gold paraplant is crazy. Like last week, I had a good camping ticket running, and I made it to... I was definitely Master 1. I can't remember if I made it to Master 2 or not. I was like, that's so low for me. And this week, I'll be lucky if I hit Master 1 because I'm not using a good camping ticket. Oh, whoops. I need the green one. Right. Oh. Yeah. They are, but the amount of sleep styles I've found, like, I could potentially have enough now to get into another area. If they just randomly were like today, hey, we're dropping another area. Because you needed 370 or something. 360 or whatever it was. I had over 420 sleep styles when this one dropped. So I had way more than necessary. Because I completed this one to unlock the area, and then the next page of tasks, I completed it instantly as well. Which is awesome, but it also sucks because I've got nothing to do. But the plus side, when they host events, hold events, most of them tend to be in the first island. And because I've maxed that out at 60% currently, every time I go there for a week for an event, it's gonna, that 5% that I would get from it is gonna get split up between my other areas. And all my areas except the power plant are at least 50%. So while it will still take a while to get the power plant up to that level, I'm also like, wow, it'll get a bit of assistance. I'll get a free week where I'll just get free percentage. I also could probably use better Pokemon. Actually, one thing I found, I thought like I was like insane with like how much dream shards I had. No, I had I think 1.1 million or something, and then they finally upgraded the the cooking pot It's not even max. I got used it all. I'm now like 30k off getting the next one, which the next one, even if it's not the last level up, it'll be the last one I do for ages because it'll have 69 ingredients. And it's nice. But also having 66 isn't actually quite enough because I found a few dishes need 67 ingredients. So having 69 should hopefully mean that pretty much anything I can cook if I have the ingredients. Which is ideal. I definitely swap those eggs. Just having a brain fart and I'm like, I don't trust myself. Okay. Stop doubting yourself, man. Whoa! Shiny. Shiny. Ah. I feel like my Pokemon Go Pumpkaboo took my all my Pumpkaboo luck. If I can get one in this batch, I'll be happy. If I get none in this batch, I have to make another batch of 300 eggs, and I'm like, oh. Or the shiny gods could bless me with 2 shinies, and then I'll just be done with the small size Pumpkaboo. Actually, I just want to have a quick look at something. 30th of May, August. For 4 months, I had a complete shiny living dex. It was over 4 months, but about 4 months. I just thought of that. I was like, but my living dex isn't complete anymore. Mallowwood is there. It's my fault I don't have it. I reckon they should 100% do the same thing for those other games, like Sword and Shield, Legends Arceus. But also, I know you'll hate this, Profi, but they should do the same thing for BDSP and give us Shiny Manaphy. Now, I know you won't approve of that because you've been hunting it, but I would suffer having to catch every Sinnoh Pokemon in BDSP. Those games suck. But at least that way, it actually will push sales. No one needs the shiny mythicals. But again, it gives you an unlimited time frame to get in there and get that Pokemon. And they know that people shiny hunt. So they know that these people are going to, if they haven't already bought the games, they're probably going to buy them. And then they're going to want to play those games, and they're going to want to get that mythical. So they're keeping people playing the games. No, yeah. Even if they did that, they could give us a serial code tomorrow to give us Shiny Manaphy, and we'd all be excited for it. But your Shiny Manaphy, when you get it, will feel different. It'll feel special. It'll be like a trophy shiny. One of those core memory ones that you... Someone will mention Manaphy in the future, be like, oh, now I hunted that, and I did it the OG way. And everyone will be like, whoa, you're crazy! Which is what I got told when I went to hunt for all the unknowns in Cave Dex Nav in Oras. Everyone told me I was insane, but I did it. It took like months, but I did it. Why you not shiny? You're like, yes I am. I think you have to be a little insane. Something needs to be just slightly loosened in the old brain, I think, to be like a dedicated shiny hunter. Because when you sort of think about it, why? Why do we do this? Are we magpies? Probably. But, like, why? It's kind of weird to think about. Because I guess I'm a completionist because I want all the shinies, but if I was a completionist, I would already have this shiny Meloetta because I would have already have caught every Pokemon natively. So it's like, well, that's not what it is. It's like, Sometimes it makes me think. Maybe it's just the validation I get. Everyone says I'm insane, and I've been telling myself I'm insane, so it must be true. I don't know. You can't complete everything, though. Now that sounds like a challenge I can complete. We must gamify everything. Oh, for a second I thought my headset was all weird, but it's my ring light in the reflection. I was like, wait, what's going on here? This headset better not break. I don't remember when I got it, but I feel like it's not even a year old. I wonder if I technically now have to take down my pinned tweet. My Venipede. Because it says I've completed the Shiny Living Dex, but I haven't. Shiny Meloetta is the thing. Fake news. Oh, did you guys see Elon's new nonsense about blocking people on Twitter? If you have a public account, they can still see your stuff. Which I would argue is like genuinely horrible from someone who like someone who gets like abused or manipulated or stalked or like, yeah, you can't see them, but they're taking screenshots of everything you're doing. Like, No. Why? I I don't want to be that guy, but I feel like he's just pissy because he's probably been blocked by his exes, and he just wants to see their shit. I can't see any other reason for this. And I try to be the devil's advocate and whatever, but it it genuinely feels like that. And now that I remember hearing about it a little while ago, but now that I get the pop up saying that this is the thing that's happening, I'm like, oh. And I don't block people often, but the people I have blocked, there's been very good reasons for it. Like, I know that everyone's gone all doomsday about it, like, oh, everyone's going to be off the app in 2 weeks. That that's not going to happen. Like, we've said this 100 million times with everything else Elon's done. We're still there. But I think it's like the thing he was going to put through about not posting any links to other social medias or link aggregators. Like, he was going to ban you being able to do that. And it's like, he got a lot of backlash, so he stepped back on that. But this feels weirdly personal. If it's not for Elon to spy on people that have blocked him, it's 100% someone's put that idea in his head and they want that same solution. See, that's fair. Like, you've blocked them because you don't want to see their shit, but you don't want them also seeing your shit. And then, like, how do I know someone's not making fun of me and dragging my name behind my back? Like, using my content, screenshotting my tweets, my, whatever, and posting it on their own things. I can't see that. But they get to see everything I put, like that. I thought, I don't understand it. It also feels very parasocial. I genuinely think he's a brilliant man. Sometimes, every decision he's made to do with Twitter, I don't think has been brilliant. A lot of things he said, I also don't think are brilliant. But he's a smart man, just not when it comes to social media or social related anything social. To be honest, actually. Actually, yeah, just anything social. he's just not the man for the job. Are they not? I don't see too much about the Tesla stuff other than like the Cybertruck, which looks like PlayStation 1 Lara Croft's boobs. That's about it. I mean, yeah, but I think... See, Zuckerberg Zuckerberg looks like an alien. Bezos looks like a penis. And Elon Musk looks like a cartoon supervillain. Which is probably half the reason why they're all awkward, because everyone's like, ah. Yeah, well, I think SpaceX, like NASA, has input. His investors have him. I mean, his investors have input with Tesla too, and whatever other stuff he does. But I think Twitter is a power trip. It's a control thing. All these people on here, I control what they can and can't do. I offer them a shit named AI that is equally as shit as its name is. Like, the only thing keeping people on Twitter is the fact that people don't like change and we're lazy. Because I tell you, Blue Sky is better. It's like Twitter was. But it requires starting again on another social. No one wants to do that. That's the only power he has over us. If he does something stupid like hiding people's followers or deleting people's follows, like, I could see that happening. Nah, followers is a horrible thing. We're going to get rid of followers. And the things that you look at, we're going to use an algorithm to cater that to you. So you're going to see things that the algorithm gives to you. And it's like, oh. Is it really? I always thought that, I mean, maybe this is just because of the people that are on it. I always thought that Rumble was like a far right platform for people to moan about, I don't know, women's rights and, I don't know, the left government or whatever. I don't know. Whatever Republicans moan about. From what I've seen, it's similar people on Rumble to the people that you'd see on Kick. But I think there's a little bit more class on Rumble than Kick. Kick's just Reddit if you could live stream on Reddit. it's a shithole. It's because it's uncensored. Oh, I see. It does make me wonder though, because like, obviously I'm a microscopic channel on YouTube, but even on Twitch, I don't get picked up for swearing. On YouTube, my VODs go up. I don't get told off for swearing. Like what are people wanting to say that they can't say anywhere else on the internet? Like it. I don't know. I mean, I can say some pretty out the gate jokes sometimes, but there's a time and a place for everything, and if that humor isn't like really dark humor, if it's not good for no, because you can use dark humor on YouTube. There's like true crime on there. It talks about actual murder. Yeah, I don't know. It just makes me wonder what you want to say. If you're a white dude trying to get the pass, I'm like, I don't think YouTube's the problem. But I suppose maybe that's also why I've heard that it's more of a far right thing, because maybe are people talking about alternative views of things? So is that where people getting quite questiony of the government and all of that stuff. I suppose if they could talk there, because it would get a lot of that stuff would get deemed as mis or disinformation on YouTube. So, yeah, okay, I can see how they would want to. Instead of labeling things misinformation, they should label it as opinion. This is none of what I'm saying is backed up by fact. It's backed up on my opinion that I've formed from listening to other people's opinions. Because nothing's shocked me more than seeing how no one understands statistics. Like, at all. It's kind of crazy. They just see what they want to see. And I'm like, that's not... But they also don't suddenly silence a sensitive video. Oh, yeah. That's cool. But also, I sort of get it from a content owner's perspective. But yeah, less corporate does sound nicer. Sounds like a little bit more soul. A little bit less sterile than how everything else is becoming. Soulless. Yeah, I keep seeing a lot of people share graphs that say this is how many people were dying up until the COVID jab, and now look at how many people are dying, and it's just shot way up. And I'm like, where's the context to this? I was like, that doesn't mean just because the deaths started going up when the jabs rolled out doesn't mean that the jabs are doing it. Like, where's the context? So yeah, if people labelled that stuff as opinion instead of... You could talk like it's fact, because if you genuinely believe those things, then that's what you believe. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like, well, remember when EX raids were a thing? Yep. I remember them being at like 1 PM or some stupid time. Well, no, they were 2 PM. And everyone would have to meet at the gym. GoHub posted an article showing having a bronze gym badge increased your chances of an EX raid invite. Oh, are you giving me an example of where people misread statistics? I've looked into everything, but my pinned message isn't in the chat anymore, and I don't know why. But essentially, it's not to be talked about. Other than the fact that the leak exists, anything deeper than that, because while I'm interested in a lot of the stuff that's coming out, this feels different. This feels dirty. Like, there's too much. I don't need your staff IDs. Like whole game is... Someone has whole games. It's, yeah. So I'm like, well, people don't want to be spoiled, and some of the stuff, even though it's vague, like, we don't know when Legends ZA comes out. Like, if it's not till the end of next year, like, I don't want to risk spoiling things a whole year in advance for people that have been able to avoid it. The only thing I will say about it, and I won't mention any specifics, is that there's about 5 Pokemon who have now been ruined for me forever. And I thought Reddit did Vaporeon dirty. No, it was just people were raiding gyms that they hadn't before, so they were lower badges. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, also, only some gyms, I think, were EX, or gave you a chance to be invited to an EX raid. I don't think it was a any gym situation. But it was funny because I've probably told the story like 100 times on stream. But I always used to tell my boss, oh, on this day I've got an appointment at this time. Well, one day my boss found out what my appointments were. Now, I didn't tell him. I came back to work. I always went back to work. I just want to bear that in mind. I left work, did my raid, went back. Now, most people, when they had an appointment in the afternoon, would leave work, go to the appointment, and not come back. So, doing one better. But my boss came up to me. He's like, when you leave in those afternoons, always like around the same time, are you playing Pokemon Go? I was like, how's that? He's like, you fucking are, aren't you? I was like, yep. I was like, doesn't matter. If I ask to have an appointment, you can't ask what it is and turn me down. If I've got an appointment, I've got an appointment. I'm not getting paid for that time. And he's like, really? I was like, at least I come back. No one else does. He's like, fine. So yeah, he didn't care. But it was just one of those funny things where he was just like, yep, only gyms and areas marked as... Oh, as nest eligible. Oh, so only areas that could have nesting Pokemon. I see. I see. I didn't know it had anything to do with nests, if I'm honest with you. I wish they would come back. Like, they kept the tag in gyms for so long saying EX Raid. And then they just changed it. Now it says Elite Raid. And I'm like, lame. Like, we can have Elite Raids and EX Raids. Like, I don't know. Make them a bit of more accessible time. But, like, bring them back. And wouldn't that be cool if they were always timed to be in the middle or at the end of an event? Like, Community Day. Oh, the EX Raid gyms pop off at... You know, because there was always, I think, 2 or 3 at once in our city. So sometimes if you got invites to more than one, we would plan as a community. Would do this one first, and then would move on to this one. So we're all together. But like, imagine that, and you get this special raid boss at the end of Community Day. And everyone's out doing Community Day. And even the ones who have gone home, they're going to come back out and do their... You know, because it's a special raid that you can only... Well, back then it was Mewtwo. They could bring it back and give us Mewtwo Y or Mewtwo X and be like, yo! Or... I don't know. But yeah, I'm like, bring it back. Give us a reward and something fun to wrap up our... Because if they're going to give us an event every single weekend, practically, they might as well add to it. They've got nothing to lose, because EX raids can only be accessed if you have done raids. And most people that do raids, anyways, spend money on raids. So you've got literally nothing to use except the chance that more people might buy raid passes. I don't know. My brain lives in a utopian Pokemon future. Where everything is shinies and hundos. I don't know. Right, I've got my last 3 boxes to go. I am going to have a short break. I'm going to make myself another coffee because I'm getting tired. Yeah, I won't be very long at all. Because, yeah, it's 9:30. And I need to get these... that's probably a good hour worth of hatching to go. So, I'm going to go to be back soon. And when I come back... we'll smash out the rest of these eggs and hopefully get a shiny. Is it the morning there? No, it is 9:30 p.m., which is part of the reason why I want a coffee, because it's been a long day. But yes, I'll be back. Hello. Yeah, I saw like pretty quickly. I was like, oh, whoops! I put the ending soon screen on. That's great. You'll get out of bed. That sounds mildly productive, Profi. 10 to 10. 1:30 in the morning witch casting. You're insane. Right, while we hatch those, I'm actually going to do a proper count. Pokedex. Games. So how many? I've got 205 in Paldea, 66 in Kitakami, and 78 in Blueberry. Sorry, I was wrong. My Kanto Pokedex for Let's Go is 6. My Sinnoh Pokedex from BDSP is 7. That's what I mean. If they gave us mythicals for each of those, like, that would give me so much to do. How do you have 5 in Blueberry then? Maybe were they traded to you, I guess. Like, none of my dexes are complete. None of the Scarlet Violet ones. The Hisui one's not done, although that's got 131. I don't remember how many Pokemon were in that game, but I feel like it's around 200. So that's not too bad. But I did get a lot of shinies in that game, so that's partly why, I'd say. Oh, they spawn in both. I see. Makes sense. Yeah, even my Gala, Isle of Armor, and Crown Tundra Pokedexes aren't done. And Mythicals don't even count. Like, oh. It's fine. It just means from now on, I can't be lazy with new games. I can get the charm the lazy way if home's available when I need it, but otherwise... I should work towards having that living dex in-game for when home becomes active, and then... boom! Hopefully new mythical. So that may be like some sort of challenge thing I do in November. Because the DLC will count towards that, because I need Gouging Fire and Raging Bolt. But just seeing all the Pokemon I need and going, right, how do I get these? Where are they? Let's get them. Because I need Meloetta. Although one thing I really dislike about home events There's just no sparkle. I just get the Pokemon. Oh, that's no good for my shiny recap. I'm literally going to have to do with Meloetta like I do with the Go ones that I just don't have an encounter for. And use her summary screen on the mobile version, I guess. Because at least I can get her to attack, and I think they can attack in home. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so it is like Go. Yeah. Because then when I get that Meloetta, and that final stream for doing it, like Road... Yeah. Like that, like Road to Meloetta or whatever. Like a wee mini-series thing for me to do on stream. Because I'm going to find shinies while doing that, 100%. But like the final stream where you get to have Meloetta and bring it into the game and battle with her and change forms, because I'll have to do all of that to register both forms as shiny in the home decks. Do you remember what Pokedexes needed to be complete to get the original form of Magearna? I think you had to have had every single form registered up to a point. Because I remember I didn't have all the Furfrou forms. Because for some reason they didn't all register in home. So I had to go back, catch another Furfrou, just a random one in Sun and Moon, and change its forms, and then send it up, and then hopefully it registered, and it did. It was just generic living decks. Was that up until the end of Gen 7, or was that up to the end of Gen 8? Or up until the end of Crown Tundra, I should say. Because I know that I had it before Legends Arceus. Maybe it was only up to Gen 7. So like ones that could be transferred up through the bank. Now that shiny would be sick. Because, well, I don't know, what's the normal form of Magearna called? I'm not sure, but that one shiny is almost exactly the same. But the original form, the Pokeball one, looks so good shiny. It's almost like a luxury ball. Surely they wouldn't have changed it. I hope they haven't. Actually, I'm still in home. I can go into my mystery gifts. Gift box. Zero Aura. Oh, no, that's Galar. Oh, Gift for Link and Go, that's the Gigantamax one. I can't find it. It's not in my gift box. I definitely got it though. I don't know. Who knows? Not me. Ooh. You know what I didn't do that I was supposed to do while I was off? Oh, up till the end of... Oh, I see, but not the DLC. That makes sense then. $8.90. Oh, feels like so long ago we were nowhere near. No, I made a coffee. I didn't forget that. No, I need to turn on my plus plus. So that it's been turned on before my bedtime. Oops. I'll do it while this batch hatches. Zoom. Zoom. I noticed, because I checked out all the new stuff in Pokemon Home after that update yesterday. The Pokemon pages thing that shows you all the Pokemon and all their forms and stuff. Some of those are good. Mousehold and Dunsparce, it's like, oh, it doesn't show you the two different ones. It just says sometimes there's one that's family of three. Here's the name of the form. Here's that has a 3 segment and 2 segment form. And I'm like, but you add both Oinkologne. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Right, my plus thingy is all the way over here. Right. Now Pikachu's going to sing a lullaby, but I'm not even in bed. Ooh. Wouldn't that have been funny? Get the shiny while I'm not even looking. I'm also still trying to work out what weekend I want to do my Shadow Shiny Hunt and go. I kind of think there's no event next weekend. Or none that I can think of. So if there isn't one, then one of those days I'll definitely do it. Because I still haven't even faced Giovanni yet. Like, I've saved my my radars. So I haven't beaten the leaders. So I'll do them. And then Giovanni can be done anytime because he'll just come through a balloon. This weekend's your mask. Next is Gigantamax. Is that for the Gengar? Is that a raid day? Oh! Oh, yeah, but that's a whole weekend. That's not, That'll be really hard to stream, because I need all my notifications off, but then I can't chat to the local... Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'll probably do those off stream. So if that's all that's happening, then... Yeah, because if it's also Halloween, then I can do things like I can run the daily incense. I could do an hour of daily incense, and then I can just find some rocket leaders and just grind them out. And I'll just use all of my radars, and hopefully I get a shiny. Last time I grinded leaders, though, it took, I think, like 22 to get a shiny. I think it was a shiny Shadow Zubat. I'm not worried about which one I get or how many I get. I just want one. I just want to get one. Because I feel like that fits with the October spooky month theme. And I'm too lazy to make good teams for the leaders. So I use the same team I used when I had to use a team of Pokemon weaker than 2500 CP to beat the leaders. I just use that same team. Sometimes it's really hard, but if I sort of adjust how I approach the battle, like with who I'm leading with, or when I choose to swap, or all those things, I can normally just beat it. Same with Giovanni. I think I'm going to be able to beat Giovanni easy, because I've got a Swampert on that team. Just smash him with an Earthquake. And I've got Power Up Punch Lucario. The hard one to take down from Giovanni is the Persian. It's always the Persian. The Persian deals too much damage. But his other mons tend to not be so bad. It's just how you get around that Persian so you actually have good Pokemon for the last two. Eggs! Oh. I also can't imagine I've got 23, 24 radars. Oh, excuse me. So I feel like doing all of that plus even an hour of daily incense shouldn't take longer than a normal Pokemon Go event stream. A Halloween event discussion got rudely interrupted by Meloetta. Oh, the one in the Discord. Yeah. Hey, it was just an idea. In fact, I posted the message, and I don't even know if people have replied. I'm assuming they have, but I haven't been back in that chat since. But I'll go back in it and I'll have a look at what people think. Like, we need enough people. Could probably promote it on Twitter. And even revive the currently dead Ash Twitter page. I know I'm a moderator in the community page. But I don't know who has the logins for the. Maybe Jedi has it. You asked if you were thinking event or competition. True, yeah. I think just an event where we try catch some, but maybe make it point based. You get a point for every ghost type you find. At the end of the event, here's the. Oh yeah, I'll have a look. Yeah, I'm really bad with the Discord because a lot of the time, or at least the last few months, a lot of the time the notifications are all to do with our community living decks. So normally I just swipe them away. So I was probably getting notifications that you were replying to me in the Discord, and I was just going, swipe, swipe. I found Shiny Starly and Omanyte and Go yesterday, and they were both claimed, and I was like, I thought we needed Omanyte still. So I went and checked. I was like, do I need to evolve any of these? And I probably will just evolve my one to Omastar. But I went into the spreadsheet and I found that I was the one who registered Starly and Omanyte already. And I was like, oh my god. This happens too often. I find a shiny, I'm like, yay! Oh, it's already been submitted. And then I find out I was the one who submitted it. I find too many shinies. I don't know what I've found anymore. And Dax was saying that he's had that happen quite a few times, but he wasn't the one who claimed it. It's always a polo. I'm like, typical. But I think, unless you've passed a polo now, Profi, because I know you, me, and Apollo are in the top 3. Like, I guess it's probably likely that if something's been claimed, it's probably claimed by one of us two or you. Just because us 3 alone are quite far ahead of like 4th or 5th most shinies found for the living decks. Has Meloetta been submitted yet? Because I know Jedi got it today. Like, I know it doesn't matter for the decks, but if someone's already got it, they might as well get style points. Hell, I registered Shaman and Darkrai. You've been doing many things other than shiny hunting. That's true. Work. Being a critically acclaimed author. Oh, well, if it's not in the spreadsheet, he's arguably the first one to post it, so he can have it. Kudos to him for putting in that work. I said to him today, I was like, can you help me? He's like, yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you with, like, touch trades and stuff. And I was like, oh, to be honest, you probably don't. I don't want you to go through that. He's like, why? And I was like, because I need, like, 300 Pokemon. I was like, the time it's going to take to trade all of those Pokemon and then put them in home and then put them back in the game and then trade them back. That's like all day. Nah. I'm lazy, but I'm not horrible. I'm jealous because Meloetta is my favourite mythical, but I'm like, nah. Now I'm motivated. I'm like, I need to get this. If I ever needed a kick up the butt to do that Scarlet DLC, this is the kick up the butt I needed. Because if it was something like, I don't know, one we already have, like Shiny Zero Aura, or I don't know, I would have been like, eh. The writing's very fun, but you might have to change the bit you're writing. It went very dark. I guess that's up to you. You could always, because you're towards the end, aren't you? You could have two endings. Ending 1, ending 2. And then as you write your like sequel books, then you're at the, as the author, you get to choose which one's the canon ending. It's staying in for, yay! I love the darkness. I was born in it, molded by it. I could do a way better Bane voice than that. I don't know what that was. You like it, but you're aiming for suitable for all ages. Yeah, that's fair. I'm so curious. I want to ask what sort of dark or what sort of nasty, but then I'm also like, want the surprise. No, I don't like waiting. What do you take me for? A shiny hunter or something? Someone who has to exercise patience, essentially, for a full-time job. Blah, blah. But now you're having to write a combat, which you... Oh. Ooh. I feel like the way you worded that, it's going to be a creative challenge, or yeah, to like overcome that sort of narrative writing. It'll be good though. Look, if anime's taught me anything, the way to make fights epic is to just give them a different hair color in the middle of the fight. Because that gives you the power to overcome your enemies. Oh wait, no, that's Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I feel like that's 100% what you'd... Is that what you meant by nasty? Tentacles. So your fight scene's less Dragon Ball Z and more hentai. No. Oh, okay. Whew. I didn't think that would be the case. What's a tentacle approach then? Oh, it's just a shadow on my eyes. For a second I thought my eyes looked red. I was like, what? Oh, okay, I see. I'm glad you elaborated. I might have thought you were talking about being inspired by Marlboro's, the cigarettes. Should I have coffee at 20 past 10 at night? Probably not, but hey, we're doing it anyways. Just monsters with an ever-increasing amount of flailing, barbed, stinging tentacles. Okay, now we're heading back towards the hentai path. That does sound horrifying, though. And not enjoyable for the characters. Is it like a Kraken-esque sort of, or you thinking more of like a Cthulhu from Lovecraft, or what sort of tentacled beast would it be closest to from something I could contextualize in my brain? That's book 2. What, Cthulhu or the Kraken? Or the hentai? I mean, I'll read it, but don't put pictures in there. I don't need that. I wonder how long it's going to take for you to get... And yes, yes, no. Okay, okay. I wonder how long it's going to take for you to get annoyed at me making hentai comments. I mean, it is a bit of a meme amongst my friend groups that, weirdly enough, as someone that was a massive anime nerd, like a full-blown weeb, for years, I've never watched hentai. I've never consumed hentai. So I wouldn't know. If you put it in your book, I'd be like, it's a little bit sexy, but alright. I wouldn't know that you were subjecting me to that. There's a scene in book 2 where one of the 3 characters is like, why do they always have tentacles? The only way to defeat them is to get 10 people to tickle them. Because it will give them 10 tickles. Haha! I need to post some stuff on my Instagram. The only thing that goes up there lately for like the last few months has been my shiny recaps, and my Instagram's not meant for that sort of content, really. It's meant to be like IRL shit. And I do take photos, I just never get around to making a post. I'm like, ugh. Looks like I'm going to have to make another whole batch. We're not done yet. We've got a bit of time, but ah. Right. No, no, no. That cute. Oh, my dad joke made Profi not reply. Oh. You were momentarily distracted. No, 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 you're all good. You're all good. Sounds like story of my life. I'm constantly distracted. I think that's the only reason why streaming sort of works for me, because I'm not just sitting there shiny hunting. I'm having to actively try communicate. So I'm less likely to get distracted because I'm just doing lots of things at the same time. I need to get my lines back on my face. My beard is growing. No. Oh my god. Your current fight is some like deep purple big cats with a tortoise-like shellback covered in hedgehog. Bruh. Oh, excuse me. Giant cats sounds like a bad time. There you've got to give it literal back armor that isn't just armor. It'll also fuck you up. Why are you so mean to your characters, Profi? What did they ever do to you? The last melon. Yeah, my phone always does that. I write shall or shell, and it'll always swap it. Or if I write the word were, it'll always change it to we, like we're, as in we are. So annoying. Bruh. Prof is torturing fictional characters. You're a meanie, Profy. And also with the fact that I know you're doing multiple books, I know I can't even expect a happy ending. I'm like, oh, I might get invested into these characters and then feel bad about them, or like for their lives. And then you'll make me wait for book 2. Such an author. But that's good though. It lets people's securities fall down and all those barriers, and all of a sudden, boom, get hit with the evilness. It's like what happened with Elon Musk. He was alright, and then he bought Twitter. And the supervillain side came out of him. I love how it doesn't matter how many tangents I'll go on and how much the conversation will change. I'll always circle it back to a conversation we had 2 hours ago. Even, even my therapist is like, stop that. I don't know how you keep doing that, but stop it. On track. I was like, we're on the track. It's just windy. Sign of a good streamer. Oh. My therapist says it's a sign of ADHD. You draw connections to things that at face value have no connection. But yeah, I suppose it keeps the conversation going. Which I need to do. Unlike my Spotlight Hour streams, if it gets pretty quiet in the chat, I get pretty quiet. Talking about everything but what you're doing. Yeah. That's probably the good thing about shiny hunting. I don't have to think about it. I know what every shiny looks like. Even the subtle ones. So I can just chill. I don't need to think about it. Whee! You know what I haven't done? And I noticed this the other day, and excuse me. I noticed this the other day, and I was like, why haven't I done this yet? So all of my statues, all of my figures, all of those sorts of things that would normally sit on my shelves in front of my plushies, that I haven't put them up yet. Like, I know where they all go, but yeah, I was like, Like, I knew I hadn't done it, but actually noticing the box that they're all in, I was like, that's so weird. Why have I not done that? I get pretty, thingy. I don't know what the word is. When it comes to my collection of things, I get very specific, and things need to be an exact way. Like, I used to have times where people would come to my house and turn, like, one little figure slightly sideways. I'd come home from work and go, who the fuck's been touching my shit? Everyone would be like, how'd you notice? Hey, I know. I know! But yeah, I thought it was weird that I haven't, yeah, I get real particular. I don't have, like, I'm not obsessive compulsive, so I wouldn't say it's that. But yeah, I get very particular about my stuffs. But yeah, I need to do that and get a couple more frames so I can stick some more posters up. Right. I don't know if you noticed, Profi. I'm probably not what you'd call the most athletically inclined people. In the sense of sport. Fitness, fine. But sport, not so much. I know that in cricket you hit the bowler bowls the ball, the batter hits the ball. Now, if the batter misses the ball, it hits the wickets, they're out. That's the stick thingies. And I know if you hit it really far, it's called a six. That's it. I know, and I know when you hit the ball, you're meant to do runs. So a six gives you 6 runs instantly. I don't understand the point system. I don't understand any other aspect. Yes. Yeah, sometimes they can take, like, days. I don't understand that. Like, I thought American football... Sorry if any Americans are watching. But I thought American football just took a long time. Because it's like, you watch it for an hour and there's only been, like, 2 minutes of play. But, nah, Test cricket's a whole... At least American football, I can see what's going on and it makes sense. Cricket, I'm just like, this is boring as hell. But I don't know. I know it takes ages. I don't know much about cricket, to be honest. I could honestly actually tell you more about rugby or more about football than cricket. But being from the UK, I don't think I'd have to tell you much about football. Called blowers. Henry Blofeld. Okay. I want to be a child and laugh at the blow part of his name, but I mean, if Henry wants to blow Feld, then that's up to him. But he would comment on cricket like a streamer. Oh yeah, that's really cool. I genuinely think that if you're watching sporting games, a really good commentator that doesn't take away from what you're watching, but adds to it. He would talk in detail about random birds. Cool. Yeah, well, if you're watching it, like, yeah, you can be like, oh, he's hit a 6 or whatever, like, cool, whatever. Like, I would be like, hey, I got a shiny, but like, that sounds more enjoyable because I'm getting more than cricket. I don't understand how people, like, take their whole family out and sit there and watch cricket for days. God. I'm glad my family aren't super into cricket. A couple of them are, but not enough immediate family that I've had to sit there and enjoy that. Ah, yeah. He'd be one of those people that'd be really good for like those radio shows that they probably not so much now because I think what people want out of radio is different. But like before our time, like way back in the day, where radio was a massive thing and you needed people to have good personality on the radio to talk about things, describe things. Like someone with that skill set was like valuable as hell. He'd be a good storyteller for like radio, like to have like good conversations and apparently make cricket better. I know it's a low bar, but I didn't think you could raise it, and obviously he's doing that. That's good. That's awesome. Oh, he's passed now? Going into his 80s. Hell yeah. I mean, doing stuff like that, which is, a little bit different to the sitting there in a suit and, and he's hit a six and he got the wicket and, this player, he's just come off an injury. Like, everyone expects that now for sports stuff, but I don't know, by the sounds of it, you can sort of tell that this Henry, like, it wasn't a job, it was his craft, it was his, he just loved talking. Mr. Magpie, you look splendid flying above the Holy Senate. Yeah! Not gonna lie, it's that sort of commentary that would actually get me to watch it. Like, I'd probably actually make the screen black and just listen to him chat. Like, I love podcasts that don't have any sense of direction. They're just people talking shit. Maybe there'll be a topic, but there'll be tangents and there'll be off topic and whatever, but I don't know. Those sorts of things are always good. I hope I'm like that when I'm like super old. I just say random shit. But it's like good random shit. Because it definitely is a freeing feeling not having that mask on. Like, forcing yourself to withhold all of, what comes naturally. And I've got like the worst verbal diarrhea sometimes. Like, I just talk about random stuff and then all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, over there. Like, yeah, I definitely hope that I can be like that when I'm an old mate. And now I feel bad, because you sent me his name without context. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know where this is going, but my mind is... Did you do that intentionally to see if I'd like be a child and make fun of his name? Because now I feel bad. He sounds like a real awesome person. And I giggled because he had blow in his name. No comment. You should know by now I'm just a giant child. You should be thankful Apollo's not here. I'd be worse. He thinks that that's what she said jokes are funny as well, so... Zoom, zoom, zoom. What do you reckon, Profi? Do you think that I'm going to get the shiny in this batch? I'll be honest, I'm not optimistic. Like, at all. But the 300 eggs in means... Oh, just no. But 300 eggs in means that another whole batch will put me at 600. So I'm gonna be over odds for one shiny. I need 2 shinies. So I should, probability-wise, it's probable that I will get a shiny in the next batch. It's not certain. As we know with over 3 times odds Zamazenta. Ugh. Stupid Pokemon Go. Make me spend money on 63 raids. I was such a consumer that week. Meanwhile, John Hanks sitting there rubbing his hands together like, yes, keep hunting the shiny. Alright, how many more have we got? Oh my god, we've got 5 more. Well, shit. This is the last of my batch. The fingies and the toes are crossed. I got neither, but I didn't get over odds. Yeah. Yeah, I literally got a Pumpkaboo today and go, but it was average size, so it wasn't useful. If I got another large one, then I would just transfer both my large Pumpkaboos. I'd evolve one, but I'd transfer them both to home and be like, right, my 2 large ones are complete, I just need the small ones. But yeah, I still haven't transferred my other one and added it to my Master Dex. Because I thought, well, at this point I'm going to have to breed one. And I don't want to transfer it up and then accidentally hatch like 2 shinies in a batch for when I do large. Because if I do that, then I'll claim both the ones I actually Masuda methoded for. So I'm going to wait. If I only get 1 out of a batch, then I'll be like, sweet. I'll transfer my 1 up from go, we're done. Here we go, last 5 eggs. Last 5 eggs. Sheesh, this is a 4-hour stream. That's almost an hour of me pissing around because it's 3 hours to hatch 300 eggs. All right. I don't think I'm going to get a Profi. I have So the first time I ever got a shiny shield on, I bred it. It was back in X and Y days. I got it on the last egg of the batch, which I was happy with, but I was also like, bro. I tend to like to get them in the second half of batches because then I feel good, but there's not like a heap of eggs left to hatch. But not right at the end. We are done. It is 300 eggs 300 eggs hatched. And no shiny yet.
Well, of course we're going to throw poo at him.
Yes, we're going to throw poo at all of them. Right, actually, I'm just going to go back. No, not that one. That one. Oh, well then. That's actually, it's accurate. Boo! But also, it's on brand for Spooky Month and for the Pokemon we're hunting. Boo! I rate that. Whether it was an intentional dad joke or not. But yes, I'm going to wrap up my stream here. Thank you for coming, hanging out, and chatting, and all of that. I will be live tomorrow for True Nobu. Oh, too late. You can't take it back. It's there. I will be live tomorrow with Fortune Fridays, and I believe the new Outbreak event starts tomorrow. So there's almost no way I'm going to get no shiny like I got last week. I say that now, but I'm pretty sure. So hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Yes, I will go to Discord. Toodaloo.